Well, without keeping it in the family, the Detroit Pistons pretty much kept it in the family. The Detroit Pistons are hiring Trajan Langdon to become the new president of basketball operations for the Detroit Pistons. He spent the last 5 seasons in the New Orleans Pelicans as their GM. Each of those 5 seasons, the Pelicans got better and better in the win-loss record column. That's all I can ask for someone running this Detroit Pistons team is for them to get better and better. Because I'm sick of them being at rock bottom. I'm sick of them being the laughing stock of the league. I'm sick of them being the worst team in the league. It's pretty much equivalent to when Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia were running the Detroit Pistons, a complete dumpster fire. But let's look at his work when he was in the New Orleans Pelicans. He's gotten a lot better. Each of those years, they've gotten a lot better. In this past season, there's no reason they should have made the play-in tournament. They were one of the hot teams towards the end of the season. They cooled down. They went on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak towards the end of the season. They made the play-in tournament. Zion was dominating that game in the last 5 seconds. He tears his hamstring or something happens to him, and it was unfortunate, and their season ended. But he's done a very good job with the New Orleans Pelicans. He went and got C.J. McCollum. He added a lot of young talent around Zion Williamson. And they had Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram could be a possible trade target for this Detroit Pistons team moving forward. So before I sit here and say that I'm all up in arms about this hiring because he's got connection to the Tellums, I'm not worried about that. Let's give this guy some time. Let's see what this guy can do. He's got $60 million in cap space to work with. He's got a young roster. He could, with a bunch of trade assets, to go get picks in the future, or he can go get a star, whatever he wants to do. He's got a lot of young roster. He's got a lot of decisions to make. Is he going to fire Monty Williams? Is he going to fire Troy Weaver? I'd fire Troy Weaver, and I'd let Monty Williams slide for one more year to see what he can do. I really think Monty Williams was working with a roster that he couldn't do much with last year. And I'm just happy the Detroit Pistons didn't move or promote Dwayne Casey or somebody like that to become the president of basketball operations. This Detroit Pistons team needed a fresh start. And some of the fan base is going to be like, it's not a fresh start because he's got connections to the Towns. Who cares? This team cannot get any worse than what it is right now. Let's give Trajan Langdon some time. And like I said, his track record as being the GM of the New Orleans Pelicans has been pretty solid. He's been without his star player for the majority of Zion's career, and they produced. They've been decent. They've been relatively competing for the play-in tournament, or they've been in the playoffs. So I'm going to give Trajan Langdon some time. I'm going to see what he does. I'm curious to see what his first move is going to be. Is he going to fire Troy Weaver? I really hope so, because you can't have the GM of a 14-win team pick another top 5 pick, because he's missed on 6 of the first-round draft picks that he's had. He's only hit on 2 of them, and that's Cade Cunningham and Marcus Sasser, if you want to say that, because Sasser was later in the draft. Duran, Ivy, all these guys have been struggling, and they have not been the top 10 picks or the top 5 picks talents that we need them to be. So let's give Trajan Langdon some time. Let's see what his first moves are going to be. And like I said, I'm not all up in arms about it like some of the fan bases, because he's got connections to the Tellums. He took on a roster that's a complete dumpster fire. Let's give him some time, and let's see what he can turn this Detroit Pistons team into. Like the video, comment down below what you guys think, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think about the hire. Motor City signing out. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.